Hey guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2025 Chevy Silverado 2500 Custom.
And a big thanks to Gabriel and the rest of the management and staff here at Furman Chevy in Brandon, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Gabriel.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Silverado replaced the C and K series pickup for Chevrolet back in 1999. The fourth generation Silverado that you see here was released in 2019, facelifted for the heavy duties last year for 2024, and for 2025, the Silverado HD adds a Trail Boss package for the LT and LTZ trims, essentially splitting the off-road and premium differences between the Z71 Custom that you see here, which sits towards the base end of the 2025 Silverado HD, and the all-out ZR2 Bison, which sits at the top of the 2025 2500 Silverado, not only in price, but also in off-road capability and premium materials. For 2025, the Silverado HD also adds standard adaptive cruise control for the high country trim, a blackout package for the custom trim, and slight changes in wheels for the Midnight Edition. We also get front and rear parking sensors now available for the work truck. We get the front sensors here on this custom trim. There are 6 trims available for the 2025 2500 HD, ranging from the $46,000 work truck up to the $74,000 high country. Here we have the custom with 4-wheel drive, but without 4-wheel drive, starting a tick under 50,000 bucks, with 4-wheel drive starting at 53,000. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, you notice we do not get full LED headlamps. We get a pretty similar design to the rest of the higher trims of the 2500 HD lineup. It's just different overall bulbs. They're still very bright for the high and low beam. It's a large halogen, no fog lights. We don't get the body color front bumper here either on the custom trim level, but the way that Chevrolet does their color patterns, the black bumper outside of the blue and maybe a couple other paint colors actually looks really good, especially with the silver, gray, white, or black colors. Couldn't even tell the difference that it's not an upgrade package compared to the other trims, especially with the blacked out mirrors, black running boards, and the black theme that we have on these pretty beefy 20-inch trims that we'll check out in one second. We get the front tow hooks here for the Z71 off-road package. We mentioned the front parking sensing, and I like the black grille that we get here on the post-facelifted 2025 Silverado HD. Hood scoop tube, Allison transmission, also added post-facelift, 6.6 liter gas motor here for the Silverado. We just reviewed the 2500 HD ZR2 Bison, and that had the 6.6 liter Duramax, which was a monster. We'll review the 6.6 liter gas motor, and we'll see what the overall differences are. The wheel and tire setup, we get these pretty aggressive gunmetal gray and silver contrasted 20-inch rims wrapped in Goodyear Wrangler Trail Terrain all-terrain tires. The dimensions are 275/65 R20, so about a 34-inch tire. Very aggressive considering this is like the lowest point of the off-road oriented 2500 HD. You can upgrade to the Trail Boss, it'll be more aggressive, and of course the ZR2 and ZR2 Bison that we just reviewed are a lot more aggressive. The Z71 off-road package does include twin monotube shocks. It also gives you slight raised ride height, the beefier all-terrain tires, hill descent control, and we'll check out the window sticker, see everything else that it comes included with. I like the black trim for the fender area. Doesn't really look quite as premium as a body color like you would get on some of the competition, but for the off-roady oriented Z71, I do like the look. We get the red shock absorber up front. I also mentioned the ZR2 Bison review recently that the 2500 Silverado HDs get solid axles in the front and rear. That is not true. It hasn't been true for quite some time now, and I do apologize. Ram still does the solid front axles in their heavy-duty trucks for the 2500s, but for quite some years now, the 2500 Silverado, Sierra, and even F-150 have not been using a solid front axle, so I do apologize for the misinformation. It's still a lot more heavy-duty and beefed up compared to the 1500s front axle. The mirrors here, we get the LED turn signals, the tow mirrors as well. 2 tiers, you can manually adjust the bottom tier. Set it up right over here. The bottom tier shows you a much better view of what's going on for your rear wheel setup, and the top tier is of course adjusted electrically with blind spot monitoring on the glass. 2500 HD shiny chrome, no smart access unfortunately, but we do get push button start, no turn key. That is premium. The running boards have 4 attachments to them. I believe my Ram only has 2, possibly 3. I'll leave a link right here. I'll check when I get home. But still, very beefed up running boards. They're about an $800 something option, so they better be beefed up for that price. I'll take a step back. Hopefully you guys can pick up the side profile on this massive 2500 HD. We'll take a quick look at the window sticker. We get all black trim for the window trim and pillars. The window sticker, hopefully you guys can pick up for the 2025 Silverado 2500 Crew Cab Custom 4-wheel drive with a sterling gray metallic exterior paint color, 6.6 liter V8 gasoline engine, 10-speed automatic transmission. Standard features, hopefully you guys can pause and take a look. With 4-wheel drive, we're looking at a $53,000 base price. Options, we get the custom value package that gives the theft deterrent system, 120-volt interior and cargo bed power outlets, second row USB charge ports, rear window defogger, 10-way power driver's seat, that's an appreciated feature, LED cargo area lighting, easy lift and power lock release tailgate, front and rear park assist, lane change alert with side blind zone alert, rear cross traffic alert, trailering mirrors which are heated, and power adjustable with manual mirror down below. The black assist steps are $850, $545 for the Chevy Tech spray-in bed liner, $445 for the multi-flex tailgate, $325 for the Z71 off-road package, which is a really good value. We get the off-road suspension, twin tube shocks, hill descent control, and skid plates. You can pause to take a look at everything else. The GVWR, I'll show you guys the inside of this door pocket real quick, set the lights back to auto so the truck's not yelling at me. So the payload, we're looking at 3,527 pounds. That's why you're going with the heavy duty. And that's not the only reason you go with the heavy duty. For the trailering information, as you guys can see conventionally, we're looking at 16,000 pounds of towing with a max towing weight of 1,600 pounds, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but to have about 1,600 pounds of towing weight, you'll have to be close to that 16,000 pound max towing. The gas cap is not push to open, but there's no button inside to pull. With easy fill, you throw 87 octane fuel here for the 6.6 liter larger block V8. We get the side step, which Chevy just about pioneered, but you see it more now with Ford's lineup. We haven't seen it with Ram, but I'm sure we'll see that pretty soon. The rear wheel and tire setup, same thing as up front. You see your twin monotube shocks, heavy duty 2500 rear axle, and leaf springs here as well. No wheel liners. You can have wheel liners for about 150 bucks in the aftermarket. We get the side step for the rear tailgate. Again, Chevy just about pioneered that. We're seeing Ford just about copy Chevy's design, but it's still one of the best here in the business. We get halogen taillights, but they still look really clean. Silverado chrome, customs also chrome with the yellow bow tie outlined in shiny chrome. Zone light, rear view camera, tow hitch, as we mentioned, 16,000 pound max towing with the gas motor. That is a lot, just about double of what you'll get from the 1500. The multi-pro tailgate, we have a top level bed extender, as you guys can see, already coming with the 6.5 foot bed. With this extender, you're adding about a foot and a half. You can drop it right down, push of a button, drop this bottom button, and the entire tailgate falls down, and it's damped as part of that value package. Without the value package, the tailgate would simply just fall right down. And it's a little bit higher up, so it's not the easiest access getting in and out. That's why this multi-pro tailgate for, what was it, 445 bucks is just about a must-have, allowing super easy access into the bed of this heavy-duty and pretty high up off-road oriented Z71. The bed grab handle makes things a lot more convenient. I mentioned we get the LED box lighting and the 120 volt 400 watt AC outlet. The process getting in and out is very easy here with the bed step and multi-pro tailgate. It has HD etched in both sides of this tailgate with attachments for hooks and whatnot. We get 3 tie downs in each corner of this truck, making it really practical. And that's about it. What you see is basically we get LED third brake light up top. Pretty premium touch. We can take a step out of here. The step and the grab handle again make things really convenient, but in order to put the tailgate back, you gotta first put the grab handle back. Pretty easy process. Once the tailgate's up, you no longer have to push any buttons to fold in that top portion. The rear bumper, of course, is also not body color, specific to the lower trims for the Silverado, but I like it with this color pattern. Exhaust tip in the lower right corner. And speaking of the exhaust tip, let's fire up the 6.6 liter naturally aspirated V8 and hear how she sounds. All right, guys, that was the sound of the monster 6.6 liter naturally aspirated V8 sold by Chevy for the 2025 Silverado 2500 HD. And it sounds pretty good, cranking out 401 horsepower, which is down about 19 compared to the 6.2, but cranking out 464 pound-feet of torque, which is up about 4 pound-feet compared to the 6.2. But that's not why the 6.6 is in the heavy-duty trucks. This is a larger blocked 8-cylinder motor, which has a lot more low-end torque. You're not towing 16,000 pounds with the 6.2-liter V8. All of the power figures may suggest similar overall performance to the 6.6. It is not. Enough to get this 2500, which weighs in over 7,000 pounds. Well, I'll leave a link right here to show you the exact weight of this truck. It's about 7,000, 7,300 pounds, and it'll still do 0 to 60 in the mid 7-second range. You can upgrade to the diesel. It's about $10,000. The diesel will be almost a second quicker, and it'll tow about 22-ish thousand pounds versus this vehicle's 16. Anyway, what you see is basically what we get. The engine sits low, which is why even for a heavy-duty truck, this Silverado is one of the best handling in the business. You'll see that when we take it out for a drive. The truck is really high up, so I got to take a step to the side to close the hood. Take a step back, walk around this 2025 Silverado HD, relatively base HD, and let's take a step inside and see what we get. For around the $50,000 price point, if you can forego the four-wheel drive, you're looking at a sub $50,000 base price point. Up top, you get hard plastic, to be expected, rubberized armrest, aluminum door handle, lock and unlock, four-way adjustable mirrors, and they're power folding. Auto one touch for the driver. All the other windows are auto one touch for the way down. You got to press and hold for the way back up. Ton of storage. You'll stack 2 footlongs and fit 2 24-ounce bottles. The sound system's a bass, but sounds okay inside of this relatively large, heavy-duty 1500 truck. The seats are electric. That's a big reason to go with that convenience package. The seats are comfortable either way. You get these seats all the way up until you get past the LT trim, but they're electrically adjustable for the lumbar control. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide. And as you see, we get 6 passenger seating. The running boards are definitely appreciated, making it a lot easier getting in and out of this large, off-roady, heavy-duty truck. Not sure what those trucks are doing. But you take a step inside, from the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. So first thing we notice, we do not get the leather wrapped steering wheel here. That's probably the only feature that I wish we had on the convenience package that we don't have, but this will last longer if you're gonna be using this truck for actual work duties, or even if you're not using this truck for actual work duties, it's still a way more durable material. You can do a fancy steering wheel cover for a whopping 15 bucks, and it'll definitely make the steering wheel feel a little bit more premium. We also get the hydraulic steering rack, so when you're not moving, you definitely have a lot more steering feel, and even at speed, you get a little bit more response here compared to a lot of the other trucks in the segment that are completely electric steering racks. The horn area is rubberized. The horn itself, really loud and aggressive. People will definitely be getting out of your way. We didn't have dual panes in the ZR2 Bison. Definitely wouldn't expect them here, but feels like the same material. It is very, very thick. We get a cruise control adjustments on the left side of the steering wheel with forward collision alert. This little dial in the gauge display area adjusts that small LCD display. The tach goes to about 5,500 RPMs, but I want to go to 140. Good luck. I think the top speed here is closer to like 100, 110. We get our oil pressure, coolant temperature, fuel level, and battery voltometer, all with gauges up top. To the left of the steering wheel, we get our tilt and telescoping function right over here, and it telescopes pretty far, and it's not electric, but wouldn't be expected for a relatively work truck. We get our tow haul mode 4-wheel drive controller. We get 4 low, 2 high, and 4 high. We don't have 4-wheel drive auto. With the naturally aspirated power plant, I don't think there's really that much power to spin the wheels uncontrollably, unless you're in bad weather. And if you're in bad weather, you should be fine with 4-wheel drive high. We get our box lighting, interior brightness, auto headlamps, electronic parking brake. The stocks have a pretty satisfying click. No auto rain sensing wipers, but also would not be expected. Dashboard is not rubberized, but should last longer without the softer materials if you leave this vehicle out in the Florida sun. The gear selector controlling the 10-speed Allison transmission. The backup camera is a very high resolution, guidance lines and trajectory with a trailering camera, so you can line up your hitch to its receiver. Throwing it right back in the park, and we will return right back to the screen eventually, just not immediately. The infotainment screens are 7-inch display, just like my Camaro had. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but on the custom trim level, you do not get standard navigation. A little bit of extra storage right over here up front. No 12 volt in this compartment. This would be a convenient area if you're running a radar detector or a dash cam, but the 12 volts right over here next to the USB A and C ports. No automatic climate control, but even with vehicles with auto climate, I prefer to use manual climate, so not going to knock them for it. Lane keep assist, parking sensors you can turn on or off. Electronic tailgate release, that's an appreciated feature. My Ram Bighorn does not get that. Hazard, traction control you can disable, and hill descent control. Vent adjustments, trailer brake controller. Get our 120 volt, 400 watt AC outlet, which we get part of the convenience package. That convenience package or value package, whatever it's called on the window sticker, gives you a ton of value for the money. We get a pretty soft leather armrest here too. Solid storage considering that this is a 6th seat. So considering that most three-row SUVs nowadays come with captain's chairs, you can still sit 6 full-size adults in this large 1500 pickup truck. And to drop this seat right back down, you just pull this latch in the corner and it does exactly that, making it a lot more comfortable for the front passengers. That's about it though, guys, for the front seat. We have an auto dimming rear view mirror, also appreciated. OnStar LED interior light, that's also premium, and no rollover warning. I'm sure you can pretty easily roll over this massive truck, but we do not get one on the visor. That's about it though, guys, for the front seat of this 2500 Silverado with the Z71 off-road package on the custom trim level. Let's check out the back seat, see how much space is offered back here, as well as the quality of the materials. So we still get the rubberized armrest, hard plastic up top, aluminum door handle, auto one touch on the way down. You'll stack 2 footlongs and probably 2 24-ounce bottles side to side. Additional speaker, plastic step-in plate. The rear seat, since we don't have the leather, we don't get the secret compartment that Silverados and Sierras are known for, but we still get the under seat storage. You can throw some secret stuff underneath, and you can also get some bins aftermarket for some additional security for the storage. You throw hunting equipment, fishing equipment down there, but without the bins, you get a pretty large flat floor. You can fit a twin size maybe not air mattress, but easily a twin size sleeping bag. And if your wife kicks you out of the house, you can sleep in the back of your 2025 Silverado with no problem. The seats, I don't believe the backs of them fold down, but we can take a step inside, see how much space is offered back here, as well as the overall quality of the material. So as you guys see, with all full-size trucks, I got over a foot of knee room. Headroom with the Silverado cutouts, I got like 5-6 inches. So if you're under 7 feet tall, you shouldn't have any issues sitting in the back of a 2025 Silverado. For a full-size truck, that's the heavy-duty version, wouldn't be expected for you not to. We get air vents. That's an appreciated touch, especially with the 6th seat. USB A and C port. No 120 volt 400 watt AC outlet, unfortunately, but wouldn't be expected. You got one up front and you got one in the box. We have map pockets behind both of the front seats. No center copy armrest with the cloth seats. The interior lights are still LED. We don't get a grab handle up top, but we get 2 hooks and a grab handle to help us step in and out of this truck. And that's about it for the inside and outside of the all-new 2025 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD Custom with the gas motor and the Z71 off-road package. Sub 60,000 bucks. I don't think you're getting a better value when you're considering the features that we get here and the overall capability. Yes, for 60,000 bucks, you can get a decently loaded 1500, and I'm saying decently loaded. I'm still not expecting you to get leather seats, heated, ventilated, nothing like that. You may not even get an upgraded audio system. So considering that you can get a well-feature packed heavy-duty truck, which is still decently quick, 7.5 seconds 0 to 60 time, and a 16,000 pound max towing, that's not something you're gonna get from any 1500. There are some 1500s that are rated to tow 10, maybe 11,000 pounds, but compared to their counterparts, the same model that's rated to tow about 8, the only difference usually is gearing. So when it comes to actual safety, when it comes to braking and stability for a heavy trailer, you're not comparing a heavy-duty truck to a 1500. Anyway, performance-wise, let's take this 2025 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD Custom Z71 4-wheel drive out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the 2025 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions, the throttle response, noticeably better compared to the 2025 Duramax reviewed in this channel, but the mid-range, of course, compared to the diesel, not even close. We do rev to about 3,500 with light throttle, so you don't really notice the lighter mid-range power compared to the diesel, but outside of like the tuning, it's a noticeably weaker mid-range. I mean, you have literally half the torque. Ride quality is, I mean, 2500 ride quality, but it's good compared to every other 2500 we reviewed in this channel. It's not any worse, might actually be better. Throttle response, let's go about third throttle. Yeah, way better than the diesel, but it's really sensitively tuned at just a third throttle. We're revving to like 4,000 RPM. I mean, you ride over the bumps too, and it's good ride quality. Body roll is controlled, steering feel with the hydraulic rack is good. I like it. I mean, sub 60,000 bucks, you get so much for the money with this truck. We could try one out off the line, just see if it spins. Off the line, two-wheel drive on the gas, put the power down. Yeah, and it's decently quick. I mean, of course, not blowing you away. It's slower than the Duramax, but really not by much. Body roll, let's throw it in quicker than we should. Pretty good, limited on the gas. Woo-hoo-hoo. I mean, yeah, it keeps the power really planted. The four-wheel drive is really reserved for like snowy climates, or if you're climbing some really steep dirt trails. Outside of that, this two-wheel drive should be more than enough. Over the speed bumps, check out the ride quality. It's bumpy to heavy-duty pickup truck, but compared to the heavy duties of the past, compared to the 3500, this is a much more composed truck. Bump. Oh, we're hitting it a lot quicker than we should, but you feel every single bit of it. Not quite as bad as the Golf in front of us, the GTI. Definitely not going to upset this vehicle to hit those bumps. It's just, you really feel every bit of it compared to a 1500. We can take a step out here, open her up a little bit more. Make sure this guy behind us is going the other way. He is. Give him a little bit of space on the gas. Woo! It can move. It's really not a whole lot slower than the Duramax. If you're considering getting the Duramax for added performance, not for added towing, I'll straight up tell you, do not do it. You're going to spend more money for the fuel. Yeah, it's not going to be nearly as efficient. The Duramax will average you around 15, 16 mpgs. This is going to be closer to like 12, 13, and if you're lucky. But only get the Duramax if you plan on towing a trailer that's over 16,000 pounds. If you're not towing anything over 16,000 pounds, do yourself a favor and stick with the gas model. And with these all-terrain tires, you're definitely softening the ride quality a little bit. Not tremendously, but it is definitely softening the ride quality nevertheless. Good power, good response. We'll try to open her up one more time and then get this thing back to Furman Chevy of Brandon. And again, huge thanks to them for helping make this review possible. Taking a step out here, looks like we have the chance on the gas. Little fishtail, traction control. Woo! Yeah, this thing can get up and go. Overall, guys, if you're looking for a heavy duty pickup or just a pickup in general, you don't want to spend over $60,000. You don't need leather seats. You don't need the seats to be heated or ventilated, and you don't even need the upgraded audio system. You just don't like the idea of 1500 pickup trucks now costing over $60,000 for cloth seats, no upgraded audio system, and nothing like that. Oops, all my stuff's flying around. But the fact that 1500 pickup trucks are now costing so much, you are really justifying a purchase here for this $53,000 four-wheel drive heavy-duty truck that can tow 16,000 pounds, carry 3,500 pounds, still offer you the electric seats, very comfortable overall interior, upgraded tires, great looks in my opinion, and it's a great value vehicle with a $53,000 base price point, $2,600 for the convenience package. You add $850 for the running board, sure, you add $450 for the multi-pro tailgate. You're looking at around a $57,000 before destination price, and for that money, you're not getting a better value truck than what you're seeing here, and I would definitely recommend checking it out. And a big thanks to Gabriel and the rest of the management and staff here at Furman Chevy in Brandon, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Gabriel. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you'd like to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.